Hello everyone, welcome to Brilliant Public School online edu classes. Today we are going to learn social and political life of class 8th, chapter number 1, that is the Indian Constitution. As this chapter is going to be a little lengthy, so we are going to discuss this chapter in two parts. Let us begin with first part. The learning objective of this chapter are the students, they will be able to define the meaning of constitution. They would be able to understand the need of the constitution, and by the end of the chapter they will definitely be able to list the key features of Indian constitution, and most importantly they will recognize and appreciate the fundamental rights of citizens of India. Have you ever wondered why? Why do we need a constitution, or been curious about how the constitution got written, or who wrote it? So in this chapter we will learn why there was a need of constitution, key features of Indian constitution, and obviously who wrote this Indian constitution. Why does a country need a constitution? Come on, think. Why does a country need a constitution? Yeah, correct. A democratic country needs a constitution because in a democracy, people they choose their own representative and the leaders. The leaders they might misuse their power. So constitution they safeguards against this. In a democracy, the constitution even ensures that the dominant group does not use power against any less powerful groups. The constitution, it guarantees the fundamental rights to the citizens for their social, economical and political welfare. Every democratic country they have a constitution. So let us know about the purpose of Indian constitution. Constitution tells us what is the fundamental nature of our society. It even tells us and helps us serve as a set of rules and principles that all person in a country can agree upon as the basic way in which they want the country to be governed. It not only tells us about a type of government, but it also explains about an agreement on certain ideals that the citizen of a country believe and should uphold. Let us take an example of Nepal. I hope you would remember that Nepal was a monarchical country in the past, and they adopted their previous constitution in 1990, which reflected the fact that the king would have the major authority, or the final decision making power will be in the hands of the king. In 2006, with the constant struggle and people's movement for several decades, the establishment of democracy was being end, and the power of the king came to an end and democracy was acknowledged. The people they had to write a new constitution to establish Nepal as a democracy. The previous constitution it did not reflect the ideals of the country that they want Nepal to be and that they have fought for. Nepal and its people they were involved in the process of writing a constitution for the country. The caption alongside elaborates Nepal's struggle for the democracy. Second purpose of Indian Constitution is to define the native of a country's political system. It lays out important guidelines that govern decision making within these societies. Lays down rules guarding against the misuse of authority. No one has the right to misuse the power given by the authority. Ensure that the dominant group does not use its power against less powerful group or people in a democracy. prevents tyranny of or domination by the majority of a minority. Let us move on to the third purpose. The Constitution also helps us to save us from ourselves, wondering how even we people don't have the right to mislead our life or to take off our life. This means that the Constitution helps us to protect against certain decisions that we might take could have an adverse effect on the larger principle that the country believes in. Key features of Indian Constitution is a reflection of ill treatment of British towards Indians which ignited the feeling of democratic India. This is the reason why we called for a democracy. A Constituent Assembly was comprised of 300 members and was founded in 1946. 300 members they met periodically for the next 3 years for the purpose of writing the Indian Constitution. Various issues were kept in mind while framing up the Constitution for the country. It comprised of several different language speakers so that nobody should feel that they have not been given proper importance. The people belonged to different religion and had different culture. They were even given the same importance. This constitution came up to be a visionary document that reflects a respect and maintains diversity to preserve national unity. The final document also reflects their concern for eradicating poverty through socio-economic reform as well as emphasizing the crucial role of the people in choosing their representative. Here comes the time to learn about the Preamble of Indian Constitution, which is generally termed as the heart and soul of the Constitution because it carries all the basic values or principles that one democratic country should have. For example, assuring dignity of the individual, unity and integrity of the nation, promotion of fraternity. This preamble constitutes India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and a republic country. Even this was being drafted to secure all its citizens and to give justice on the ground of social, economic and political, liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith and worship, and equality of status and opportunity. Key features of Indian Constitution: federalism, parliamentary form of government, separation of powers, fundamental rights, secularism. So with this, we end our first part. Don't worry, we'll be completing this all key features of Indian Constitution in the next part. Till the time, bye everyone. Happy learning.